A wage-based selection system for cap subject H1B applicants is going to affect this year, 2021. This video is going to talk about how is that going to affect you, exactly when does it go into effect, and what are we going to do about it? Hi, and thank you for joining me to talk immigration. My name is Andrea Shev, and I'm a managing attorney of Shev Law Group in Los Angeles, California. I've been doing immigration for almost 20 years now, and I put together a bunch of videos and information for you so you can stay up to date and have clear, concise, and easy to understand information on all types of topics in the world of immigration. Things are changing now so much with the new administration with Biden that you need to stay on top of what's going on from a reliable source. And I've been doing this a real long time, so it's a good place to start when you want to get information. Also, do not forget to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss anything that's coming out in the future. And also hit that notification bell so you get notified every time a new video comes out. And in addition to that, do not forget, as soon as you've finished watching this video, to go over to my Instagram or my Facebook and follow me, because that's where you're going to get information really, really quickly, because it's a lot easier for me to put something up on, Instagram stories than to get it onto a YouTube video. So make sure you go there right now and follow me so you get all the latest information as quickly as I can get it to you so you don't miss anything. Now let's jump into today's topic of wage-based selection systems for H1B visa applications this year, 2021. Okay, what is this wage-based selection process that went into effect now in 2021 and is going to affect directly all of you, likely this fiscal year? Well, what it is let's start from the beginning a little bit. When you apply, or when your employer applies for an H1B for you out there, they have to give you a wage that is in line with the prevailing wage that's set by the Department of Labor. Now, that prevailing wage is set on different levels based on lots of factors. A lot of the factors are just experience and education. So there's level 1 to level 4, level 4 being the highest wage, level 1 being the lowest wage in that particular area of employment. Okay, so when you're hired and they give you your offer letter and there is a wage in there, that wage, if they're thinking of applying for an H1B visa for you to come in and work for them, that wage was likely determined not only based on the company's wage standards, but it's also on this wage level that the Department of Labor says is required, the prevailing wage for that particular job. Now, if you have 3 years of experience in a certain area and you're getting hired, then likely you might be a level 1 or level 2 wage. So if we're going and getting a wage that is a level wage 1 or 2, that's the wage level you're going to be when you have the registration. If, let's say, you have 10, 15 years of experience and you're going in and maybe you have a U.S. master's degree and you're going to be paid now at level 3 or 4. So that's going to be a higher level wage, meaning you're going to be paid more than someone maybe that's coming in with only 2 or 3 years of experience, or maybe someone who's coming in from the university with not a lot of experience, but it's a professional position. So I just want to give you an idea what the wage levels are and how they work, because this wage-based system is going to look at that, particularly what level is the applicant that you're trying to get an H1B for at when it comes to their prevailing wage. That is the determining factor of which box the employer will have to check in this new system that will go into the actual lottery. So how does that play out? Well, if I hire somebody, or I want to hire somebody that's a foreign national, never had an H1B before, is subject to the cap, which is only $85,000 total per year, then I have to register with the USCIS, and I have to mark now on my registration what level I'm hiring them at. Now, I have to mark level 4, 3, 2, or 1. That will then go into this system when they pick who's going to be able to apply for an H1B. And if you have a higher level wage, level 4, you're going to be picked first. So they're going to separate more or less in buckets level 4 wage people, level 3 wage people, 2 and 1. They're going to first pick from the level 4s, and then if they don't hit the max, the 85,000, they'll go to level 3s, and then they'll go to level 2s, and then they'll go to level 1s. The problem here, if you don't know already, is that there is a lot more registrations and a lot more people that need to get H-1B visas than there are available. So if that's the case, then what is the likelihood that if they start at level 4 wages, that they're going to get to the level 2 and 1 wages? Not really likely. And that's the whole point of setting up this system. They're trying to eliminate lower paid, lower level applicants in favor of higher paid, higher level applicants on the H-1B system lottery. So if you're trying to get a job and you're an entry-level position, or you're a level 1, or you're graduating university, and of course the employer is not going to pay you probably a level 4 when you just come out of university, you are going to have a very slim, if no chance, to get picked in this registration because of this new system of going from level 4 wages all the way down to level 1 wages in that order. So now that we know what is this wage-based selection process, let's talk about when it goes into effect. Now, as of January 8th, it actually became a final rule and on the books. It was supposed to go into effect March 9th, which was right before when we had to file. But Biden administration actually came forward and said anything that's on the rule book, they asked that the government, basically USCIS, would please delay that at least 60 days so they had a chance to review anything to see if they could do anything about it or to change it or so on and so forth. The problem is that 60 days from January 20th would only put us at March 21st, which is not very much time to do any changes, and it's almost right in time for USCIS to put it in place this fiscal year. Now, we don't know exactly what's going to happen 100%. We never do these days, it seems like, but it is close enough to the actual required registration period in order to get us to be able to do the selection in April that USCIS just might, but we're not sure, might delay this process until 2020, next year, the next fiscal year, and not do it this fiscal year. But we're not sure of that yet, and there is enough time to squeeze it in this year. So as of doing this video, it's going to go into place this year. We have to be ready for it, and it is what it is. So we'll have to see what happens. There is always room for legislation or for basically arguments against it in the courts, but we don't know if that's going to go through or happen in time for this fiscal year. So it's better for us to be prepared and know what's going to likely happen and prepare for it and hope for the best that maybe, possibly, probably not, but possibly it will be stopped. So that's why I'm doing this video. It is set to go into effect on March 21st, 2021. So be prepared for it if you are thinking of applying for a cap subject H-1B this year. Now, why do we care and how does this affect all of us? Well, as I've said many times in other videos, it affects all of us because it's going to eliminate a lot of opportunities for college graduates or university graduates or individuals that are desperately needed in our industries, especially in the STEM areas of science and technology and engineering and mathematics. We need these people, and a lot of them are not going to be coming in at a level 4 wage, but they're more likely going to come in maybe at a level 2 or level 1 wage. Now, it doesn't mean that, oh, we're going to replace a U.S. citizen's job because we're taking them at a lower wage, and we could have university students that are U.S. citizens take those jobs. It means that we still need them even with the U.S. citizens taking the jobs. We are at a deficit of a job pool that is desperately in need of people. So, with that being said, a lot of the university students that are coming over here to our universities from all over the world to study and to learn, we are not going to be able to provide them a job because most likely than not, they will be coming in more at a level 1 or level 2 wage in these positions because they'll be starting out right out of university, and we will not be able to provide them with an H-1B visa to stay. What is that domino effect going to cause? It's going to cause people to stop coming to our universities, or minimize the people that are coming to our universities, or make them think again before they register in our universities of, well, if I can't stay there and get a job, then why am I even going to spend those exorbitant fees to come here to study if I can't get a job afterwards? And the saddest part is not necessarily that. The saddest part is that we need these people for these jobs. It's not like we're like, oh, we'll do you a favor and get you an H1B. We need that intellectual capital in our companies because we do not at this point have enough US citizens to fill all these technical jobs that we need filled in the United States. And we do not want that to be pushed offshore. So that's how it affects us. It's a problem, it's an issue, and it's something that we need to deal with. This wage-based selection system for cap subject H1B selection is not a good idea because it eliminates a huge sector of people that we need to enter our US workforce. Thank you for joining me today to talk about this new selection process. You know, it's a complicated thing. It's an ever-changing industry, this whole H1B world, and I'm here to really walk you through it and try to keep you as informed as possible. Again, make sure that not only you subscribe to this channel, but go over to my social media and follow me so you don't miss anything that's going on. You know, YouTube videos are great and I can go into real depth about things, but sometimes it's easier and faster to get you information because it's changing so much. On Instagram, on one of the stories pages, you can get that information fast. But don't forget to come back here for the more in-depth information I can give you on certain topics. Stay healthy and stay safe out there, and I look forward to talking to all of you next time.